Hi guys and girls, welcome to Canadian Immigration Channel. Well, a little bit of math and calculation this video. We're looking to estimate whether it's possible to survive for the first 6 months with the amount of money CIC requires you to demonstrate if you're immigrating under one of the federal streams. We're talking about probably federal skilled worker, and we're talking here in this calculation about the family of 3. These are, of course, the very rough numbers. We're talking about very average numbers for average family. It really depends upon you how you will be spending your money, but this is just for the reference only. So you would estimate all in all how much you will be spending, what you would be spending your money on, and of course, well, we've discussed in previous videos how to avoid unnecessary expenses. Now going to the numbers. So as a family of 3, you have to demonstrate that you will have 19,350 Canadian dollars. Sorry, 19,390 Canadian dollars. Now, upon arrival, we're estimating that you would have to stay somewhere in Airbnb, for example. You would have to rent a place to stay before you find yourself a permanent residency. Now, as I say, for 5 months, which is roughly about like a week, 6 days, and 5 nights, I said 5 months, sorry. For 5 nights, for 6 days, you would have to pay around $110 a night, which transforms into 550 Canadian dollars. Again, it's a very average number for average Airbnb stay. You can find something cheaper, you can find something more expensive. I just went on Airbnb today, just check out what kind of accommodation you can get yourself in GTA for this amount of money. Now, moving forward, right, so say you got yourself a realtor, within a few days you found yourself a place to stay in Greater Toronto area. I'm not talking about downtown, I'm talking about GTA overall. It could be Mississauga, it could be Markham. Again, depends, right? But for a family of 3, something decent you can find yourself for about roughly 1,300 Canadian. Again, we're not talking about basement, the lowest possible accommodation. We're not talking about an apartment, a condo, right? It could be some kind of a first-time rentals, but it's still something decent for a family of 3, mother, father, and child. So $1,300, give or take, that's what you would be looking for. Now, for you're about to pay for the first and for the last month, so $2,600 are out of your pocket. Now, of course, you would also need to spend something on furniture, on kitchen utensils, on your first needs. So $1,000 is out of your pocket as well. So say you're purchasing very basic furniture from IKEA, something from Kijiji, you're taking something free. Remember, we spoke before about churches, community centers where you could take free furniture. So all in all, you are estimated to spend about $1,000 out of your pocket upon arrival for the first need. Now, moving forward, monthly expenses, right? So we spoke about those, if you will, bulk expenses which you would take, would have in the beginning. Now we're talking about monthly expenses. So all in all, for a family of 3, you will be spending something about $500 for groceries. Could be more, could be less, but $500 would be a pretty much decent amount of money spent for a family of 3 per month for groceries. Now, public transportation, I'm not talking about the situation where you got a car. Public transportation, Presto card, for example, for GTA, provided that you could share it between family members, $150 per month should be enough. What else? Internet. It's virtually impossible to survive without internet these days, and we're talking about internet for home. An average plan, not the cheapest one, but probably will cost you something around $50 a month. Now, cell phones, for a family of 3, mom and dad, we're assuming that the child doesn't need a cell phone at the moment, right? So the cheapest we were able to find for cell phone provider, $55 for a family of 2. So that's for 2 lines, right? Like mom and dad, all together you're subscribing, so you got $55 plan for both of you. We're not talking about something with the internet, so just something for the start to make sure that you will be able to connect with each other. What else? Utilities. It's pretty hard to find something nowadays, even for $1,300 with all utilities included. So we're assuming that something around $150 you will be paying for water, for electricity, for something, right? Again, yes, no, so altogether we're talking about the fact that you would be paying something on top of those $1,300. What else? Say other expenses or clothing, right? So winter is pretty harsh in Canada. We're assuming that all in all for clothing you will be spending around $200 a month just to dress yourself up. Child will need extra clothing. It could be anything, again, like roughly $200. And something on top of that, maybe just to go to a restaurant from time to time, to go to a movie theater, to go out with friends. So $220 a month should be enough for a family of newcomers who just came to Canada. So all in all, it comes down to capital expenses for the first month, right, for $4,150, where you paid to the landlord, where you spent money for the furniture, where you had your first expenses, and then $2,625 a month. That's what you will be spending altogether as a family of three for your first months in Canada. Now, if we sum it up all together, right, it will come down to $18,600, provided that you have to bring $19,390 altogether for 6 months. You will be spending less than what CIC is requiring. Of course, again, it's very average. It depends on where you're coming to. It depends on what kind of expenses your family may incur. It depends on family needs. But do not forget that the family with a child will have and probably be entitled to child benefits upon your arrival as soon as you register for child benefits. Of course, you will find yourself a job, right? Some people find it quicker, some others are not. But all in all, it's quite possible to survive for the first 6 months for the amount of money CIC requires you to have in your pocket. Questions, concerns, whatever you have, feel free to drop us a line, leave a comment, and we'll be glad to assist you. Stay tuned with us, and of course, subscribe for the channel.